Hello student, today we are going to study 6th chapter of science of 10th class. The name of the chapter is life processes. In previous classes, we have studied about different cell structure, different cell organelles, tissues and their function. In this chapter, we will study different life processes. First, we have to know what is the life processes. Life processes means that necessary for the organism to stay alive. Life processes are nutrition, respiration, circulation, excretion, and reproduction. Let us now study one by one about these various processes, which is so essential to maintain a life. First is nutrition. Nutrition is a process in which an organism takes food and utilizes it to get energy for growth, repair, and maintenance of body, and excrete the waste material from the body. As we know that there are the two type of the nutrition on which we take raw material as a nutrition. First is autotrophic nutrition. As in previous classes you have studied about the autotrophic nutrition in which the organism make their own food. For example, plant and algae make their own food by the process of photosynthesis. In the photosynthesis, there is the following reaction occur. First is absorption of light is done by the chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is the green pigment that is present in the leaf. After the absorption of the sunlight, there is a conversion of light into the chemical energy and splitting of the water molecule in hydrogen and oxygen. And last step is reduction of carbon dioxide into the carbohydrate. If we observe the cross section of the leaf, we will observe the chloroplast in the middle layer of a leaf. In the chloroplast, there is the chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is the main site of the photosynthesis. There is also presence of the stomata in the lower side of the leaf. As we know that the stomata is for the gaseous exchange. Heterotropic nutrition. In this type of nutrition, in which the organism depends upon the other organism for their food. For example, animal depends upon the plants for their food. There are the different types of the heterotropic nutrition. They are saprophytic nutrition. Saprophytic nutrition means in which the organism depends upon dead and decaying plants for their food. For example, fungi. Second is parasitic nutrition. Parasitic nutrition means organism which obtain their food from the body of the another host. There are the two type of the parasite, endoparasite and exoparasite. Endoparasite means within the body of host and exoparasite means outside the body of host. Third is holozoic nutrition. Holozoic nutrition means organism which take in the whole food and digest it into the smaller particles. This type of the nutrition occur in human being. As in previous slide, we have studied about different type of nutrition, that is the autotrophic nutrition and heterotropic nutrition, and we studied about the nutrition in the human beings occur through the holozoic nutrition. Now we will study different parts of the alimentary canal. In this diagram you can see the different type of the alimentary canal. First is the mouth which goes to the pharynx, then esophagus, then stomach, then there is pancreas, liver, gallbladder, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, and last is anus. The step involved in the food digestion is first is ingestion, second is digestion, then absorption, then assimilation, and last is egestion. Now we will study one by one. As we know the different part of the alimentary canal. Now we will study how the digestion of food occur in the different part of the alimentary canal. There are the different gland and there are the different enzymes which help in the digestion of food. First we will start from the mouth. In the mouth, there when we take the food, there is the presence of the salivary gland which secrete the salivary amylase. The function of the salivary amylase is to convert starch into the simple sugar. Then this simplified food pass through the pharynx and then esophagus and then pass to the stomach. In stomach, there is gastric gland which secrete three type of the enzyme. First is hydrochloric acid, second is pepsin, third is mucus. The function of the enzyme are first is hydrochloric acid. It kills the harmful bacteria and makes the medium alkalines for the action of pepsin. Second is pepsin. Pepsin help in digestion of the protein. Third is the mucus. Mucus protect membrane from the function of HCl. Then this simplified food pass to the small intestine where there is the two gland liver and pancreas which secrete the different enzyme. Liver secrete the bile juice which help into the break of large fat molecule into the smaller fat, and pancreas secrete the three type of enzyme. First is amylase, trypsin, lipase. First amylase convert carbohydrate into the glucose. Second enzyme is trypsin which convert the protein in amino acid. Third is lipase. It convert fat into the fatty acid and glycerol. Largest part of the alimentary canal is small intestine. Length of the small intestine depends upon the food we take. In the herbivores, there is a large length of the small intestine, whereas in case of the carnivores, the length of small intestine is small. And the small intestine is the site of complete digestion of protein, carbohydrate, and fats. Inner line of the small intestine has the small villi which help in increase the food absorption area. Digested food is taken up by the wall of the small intestine, and the unabsorbed food is sent into the large intestine where its wall absorb more water from this material. The rest of the material is removed from the body by the anus. The exit of the waste material is regulated by the anal sphincter. Now we will study the other life process. This is the respiration. Respiration, it is the breakdown of organic substance which release the energy. Respiration involves mainly two types. First is breathing and second is the cellular respiration. Now, what is the difference between breathing and cellular respiration? Breathing means intake of the oxygen from atmosphere and release of the carbon dioxide, while cellular respiration means breakdown of the simple food in order to release the energy inside the cell. There are the mainly two type of the respiration, aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Now, what is the difference between aerobic and anaerobic respiration? Aerobic respiration means it occurs in the presence of the oxygen, while anaerobic means absence of the oxygen. In aerobic respiration, there is exchange of gases between the organism and outside the environment, while in anaerobic, exchange of gases is absent. In case of aerobic, it occurs in cytoplasm and mitochondria. Anaerobic occur only in cytoplasm. Aerobic respiration, it always releases carbon dioxide and hydrogen, water, while anaerobic, the end product may varies. Last difference is main difference. that in aerobic respiration there is the formation of 36 ATP molecules, while in case of the anaerobic only formation of 2 ATP molecules. So we can say aerobic respiration there is the rich energy formation, that is there is yielding of 36 ATP in comparison to 2 ATP. As you know, ATP in the previous classes, ATP means adenosine triphosphate, which are synthesized in mitochondria. So mitochondria is also called as powerhouse of the cell. As we know that in respiration there is the breakdown of the glucose and release of the energy. Now we will study how the breakdown of glucose occur in the cytoplasm and formation of the energy by the different pathway. Breakdown of the glucose occur in cytoplasm and converted it in the pyruvate and energy. This pyruvate have the three fate. First, in case of the absence of the oxygen, this converted into the ethanol, carbon dioxide and energy. This type of respiration can be seen in the yeast. In second step, there is formation of lactic acid and energy. This type of breakdown occur in the absence of the oxygen. It mainly occurs in the muscle cell. Due to the deposition of the lactic acid in the muscle, there is the muscle cramps. Last is in the presence of oxygen, this pyruvate converted into the carbon dioxide, water and energy. This step occurs in mitochondria. In the previous slide, we studied about the different type of the respiration and how the breakdown of the glucose occur by the different pathway. Now we will study human respiration. Human respiration consists of the different parts. It consists of nose, pharynx, trachea, bronchi, bronchioles and alveoli. In this picture you can see the different part of the human respiratory system. Now we will see how the exchange of the gas occurs in human respiratory. Firstly, air passes through the nostril to the pharynx, then trachea to bronchioles, bronchi then divide into the many alveoli, which are the main gaseous exchange site. So we can say the main gases exchange in the alveoli. After this, oxygen present in the alveolar blood vessel is then transported to the various cell of the body. Hemoglobin, as we know that, is the main pigment present in the blood, which is majorly responsible for the transportation of the carbon dioxide and oxygen. Hemoglobin made up of the heme and globin. Globin means protein part. Now we will study mechanism of the breathing. There is the two main mechanism of breathing. First is the inhalation, second is the exhalation. Inhalation means intake of the oxygen, exhalation means removal of the carbon dioxide. First is inhalation. During inhalation, thoracic cavity expand, diaphragm become flat, ribs lift up and volume of the lung increase. In the exhalation, thoracic cavity contracts, diaphragm become dome shaped, ribs move downward and volume of lung decrease so that air can pass out. As we have studied how the respiration occur in the human beings, now we will study how the respiration occur in the plants. You know, in plants there is also respiration. As in previous classes you have studied about the stomata. In the stomata there is the exchange of the gases take place. Other cells through which the plant can respire is lenticell, which are present in the stem, and other are general surface of the roots by which the plant respire.